Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this week's quote of the week video. And that's especially helpful for those of you who are interested in the topic of money and wealth and increasing your financial resources. So with that, let's just talk about this week's quote. So Neville said, Victor had a consuming desire to have money and he never had a divided mind. He wanted wealth more than anything and believed that money was power. He was tired of poverty and dreaming wealth. His world was populated with people bringing opportunities to make more and more money. So first of all, we have to know who Victor is. Victor is Neville Goddard's brother. So his brother had a consuming desire to have money, right? And the second part is also really important because Neville said he never had a divided mind. Right, he was not double-minded, and I have a video called Don't Be Double-Minded, where you basically are wishy-washy, you go back and forth internally, you are not sure, you don't feel stable in your desired state. So check out the video that I have, I will link this here right now, called Don't Be Double-Minded. And Victor was not this type of person, so he was basically a great person to learn from how to not be double-minded, which is again what I explained in this video. So his desire was money, and he was not double-minded, he had not a divided mind. He put himself into the state of being wealthy without any doubts, without any questions. He didn't let this affect him or come too close to him. So he wanted wealth more than anything and believed that money was power. Valid desire, nothing wrong with that. Perfect, right? So he was tired of poverty, those circumstances, those stuff. He didn't want to have this any longer. He wanted to have wealth. He wanted to be financially abundant. And dreaming wealth, his world was populated with people bringing him opportunities to make more and more money. Now, what is meant by dreaming wealth? It's not that he laid in bed and at night he dreamt about wealth. That's not what Neville is meaning here with dreaming wealth. But dreaming wealth means more like he was aware of being wealthy, right? He was conscious of being in the state of being wealthy. He put himself into the state of being wealthy. For example, one way he did it was he walked across in a building and he saw that the sign said Goddard and Sons. It said the Goddard family name. And each time he walked by this building, he saw Goddard. And 2 years later, they owned this building. And this business that the Goddard family has is still existing to this day. And it brought them millions. So it was a really successful business. And it was because he put it himself into the state of wealth and he stayed there without a doubt, and even if he had doubts, he didn't worry about them. Okay, who the fuck cares about doubts? It happens, it's not nice. I have a lot of videos on my channel also talking about how to deal with that. So yeah, especially the one called Doubt versus Faith. I will link this here right now. But this is what we can learn from Victor, right? He had that desire, a consuming desire, a really strong desire. So, and you can translate this for all life areas. It's basically the same process for everything. And he never had a divided mind, meaning he put himself into the state that was fulfilled. He put himself into that state through imagination because he imagined that this is already there. So he used his senses. He saw the sign telling Goddard and Sons, and he spiritually sensed this over and over and over again until this was natural form, and therefore obviously it reflected back to him. So he wanted this wealth really much and all of that. And yeah, dreaming wealth. This is actually the most important part because dreaming wealth, right? He was not wishing about it, not hoping. But what this dreaming means was that he was aware of having the wealth already because he was in that state internally already, right? It's not that he only started to feel wealthy and having a lot of money, having a lot of financial resources and all of that, which implies wealth for us when the stuff showed up. No, he first of all internally had this state and then it reflected. Then the opportunities came. Then, like Neville says so wonderfully, then his world was populated with people, right? Then people played their role perfectly to mirror back to him his internal state, right? And it doesn't matter if it takes one person, 10, 20, everyone will basically reflect back to you who you are, what you accept and assume to be true, who you are, right? He didn't try to change other people and try to convince his boss or whoever is related to him in this business to give him money. No, he assumed the state of wealth by seeing that sign, by because that implied for him that he's wealthy, that he owns the company and stuff, or that he has a successful company, and that his world was populated with people bringing him the opportunities to make more and more money continuously, step by step by step. Not a short-term fix, not a quick gimmick, not a quick affirmation to find $10 on the street. No, long-term wealth by sustaining this state of wealth. This is what all of us can do, right? This is what you can do, and this is what you can apply for all life areas, not just wealth, right? Also health, also the law of life, also friendships, whatever is your goal. Everyone has obviously different goals, different aspirations, different visions, but the key part here is that if you have a burning desire, if you have a consuming desire, don't be double-minded, right? Don't have a divided mind. Stick faithful to your desired state. I have many videos on my channel explaining you how to do that, especially check out the free masterclass, first link in the description if you want to learn how to do that. And yeah, right, he didn't worry about the circumstances, right? His life reflected back his chosen state of consciousness. I have a video called Your Life Reflects Your Chosen State of Consciousness. I will link this above right now, because this is what happens if you follow the main principles. If you don't follow like basic advice or surface level advice, but you shift at the deepest level, then this has to happen, right? It is the law, and the law does not fail, and you are not an exception of the law. So you can use that for your money situation as well. Leave me in the comments down below if you have successes with that already, if you like this approach from Victor, if you have questions about that, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Bye guys.